Imagine yourself drifting off to sleep, your mind still active, yet your body relaxed. You're not quite asleep, but you're not fully awake either. This liminal state, known as the hypnagogic state, is a fascinating realm where the boundaries between reality and fantasy blur. It's a time when your brain is processing and interpreting information in unique ways, often leading to creative insights, vivid imagery, and even spiritual experiences. But have you ever wondered what's happening in your brain during this mysterious state? How does it process and interpret information? And what can we learn from this enigmatic period of consciousness?
Beyond the edge of light, where the truth is hidden, next era.
The hypnagogic state is a transitional phase between wakefulness and sleep, characterized by a mix of alpha, theta, and delta brain waves. It's a time when your brain is shifting from the logical, rational thinking of wakefulness to the more intuitive, imaginative state of sleep. During this period, your brain is still processing external stimuli, but it's also drawing upon internal sources of information, such as memories, emotions, and thoughts. One of the key features of the hypnagogic state is the way it processes visual information. Research has shown that the brain's visual cortex is highly active during this period, even when the eyes are closed. This can lead to vivid, dreamlike imagery, which can be influenced by external stimuli, such as sounds or smells. For example, if you're drifting off to sleep in a room with a strong scent, you may find that your hypnagogic visions are filled with images related to that scent. This is because the brain is still processing sensory information, but it's doing so in a more fluid, associative way. The hypnagogic state is also characterized by a heightened sense of creativity and imagination. Many artists, writers, and musicians have reported finding inspiration during this period, as the brain is able to make novel connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. This is because the brain's default mode network, which is responsible for introspection and self-reflection, is highly active during the hypnagogic state. This network allows the brain to draw upon internal sources of information, such as memories and emotions, and to recombine them in new and innovative ways. Another fascinating aspect of the hypnagogic state is its relationship to memory consolidation. During this period, the brain is processing and consolidating memories, especially emotional ones. This can lead to a heightened sense of nostalgia, as the brain is recalling and re-experiencing memories from the past. Research has also shown that the hypnagogic state is important for the formation of new memories, especially those related to learning and skill acquisition. This is because the brain is able to replay and rehearse previously experienced events, strengthening the connections between neurons and solidifying learning. The hypnagogic state has also been linked to spiritual and mystical experiences. Many people report feeling a sense of oneness with the universe or experiencing a sense of transcendence during this period. This may be due to the brain's ability to access and process information from the collective unconscious, a concept introduced by Carl Jung. The collective unconscious refers to a shared reservoir of archetypes and memories that are common to all humans, and which can be accessed through the hypnagogic state. In addition to its role in creativity, memory consolidation, and spiritual experiences, the hypnagogic state has also been implicated in problem-solving and decision-making. Research has shown that the brain is able to process and evaluate information in a more intuitive, holistic way during this period, often leading to novel solutions and insights. This is because the brain is able to draw upon internal sources of information, such as emotions and intuition, and to combine them with external sources of information, such as logic and reason. Despite its many fascinating features, the hypnagogic state remains poorly understood. More research is needed to fully elucidate its mechanisms and functions, and to explore its potential applications in fields such as creativity, learning, and therapy. However, one thing is clear. The hypnagogic state is a unique and fascinating period of consciousness, one that offers a window into the workings of the human brain and the nature of reality itself. To better understand the hypnagogic state, researchers have used a variety of techniques, including electroencephalography, EEG, functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, and magnetoencephalography, MEG. These techniques have allowed scientists to map the brain's activity during the hypnagogic state and to identify the specific brain regions and networks involved. For example, research has shown that the default mode network, which includes regions such as the medial prefrontal cortex and the posterior cingulate cortex, is highly active during the hypnagogic state. The hypnagogic state has also been linked to the concept of the global workspace theory, GWT, which was introduced by psychologist Bernard Bars. According to GWT, the brain has a global workspace that integrates information from various sensory and cognitive systems, and which is responsible for conscious experience. During the hypnagogic state, the global workspace is thought to be highly active, allowing the brain to integrate and process information in a more fluid, associative way. In conclusion, the hypnagogic state is a fascinating and enigmatic period of consciousness, one that offers a unique window into the workings of the human brain. By studying this state, we can gain insights into the mechanisms of creativity, memory consolidation, and spiritual experiences, and we can explore its potential applications in fields such as art, therapy, and education. Whether you're an artist, a scientist, or simply someone interested in the mysteries of the human mind, the hypnagogic state is a topic that is sure to captivate and inspire. So the next time you find yourself drifting off to sleep, remember that your brain is still active, still processing and interpreting information, and still capable of surprising you with its creativity and imagination.